Yeah, look. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. Can't you see I got my hands up? Hands up, hands up. Don't shoot, don't shoot.
Hi guys, it's your girl Gypsy. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I am so glad to be doing this review for this book right here. But before we get into that, let me make a few announcements. Number one, please make sure you are checking my bio, my links, my link tree about my Black Lives Matter resources. I am updating more links, adding more links as organizations make announcements like, oh, you know, donations have been exhausted for us, but support these other organizations. I am being cognizant of that as well, so make sure you're looking at that. Also, I have a giveaway going on as well. In the month of June, I partner with Decentred. They are a Jamaican book subscription box company, and you can find the rest of the details on my socials at Gypsy Junction and on Decentred's Instagram as well. And you can look at the criteria. You do not have to be a United States resident. You can live in Canada, you can live in the Caribbean, you can live in Australia, you can live in you can live anywhere. We are sending it wherever you are. We want to make sure we are inclusive to everybody, especially the Caribbean residents as well, because just me learning more about how hard, and it's ridiculous, for Caribbean readers to get books. I understood there was an issue, but I really didn't know until like watching Book of Sin's Instagram, even watching Decentred's Instagram story, that is. Even watching Decentred's Instagram story, I'm like, wait a minute, like no, we need to be vocal about this, and I'm going to be vocal about it, because these publishing companies, especially when you're putting out a book that is reflective of a particular culture, you should be reaching out to these bookstagrammers that are a part of that culture, such as if you are releasing a Caribbean book by a Caribbean author, you should be reaching out to Caribbean bookstagrammers and being able to send it to them. It should not just be in the US. There's no such reason you should be having a book to a particular culture for a giveaway that is only in the US. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense, because it doesn't. So, done with that soapbox. So let's get into this review. All right. So I'm going to review this lovely book here, The Henna Wars by Adiba Shagadar. I hope I said that right. I apologize if I did say it wrong. But this book is such a wonderful, wonderful read. So, like I said, because this month is just a bunch of celebrations. We have Juneteenth, we have Caribbean American Heritage Month, we have Pride Month, and this one talks about pride. It talks about the LGTBQ community. So I want to be able to educate myself on, you know, different issues that people who identify within that community, within our orientation, deal with, because I personally do not identify as such, but I want to become more of an ally and be able to be more vocal about the issues within that community, because no matter what, we should be vocal about people who are being persecuted, marginalized communities, not just the communities I'm a part of, being Black, being a woman as well. So I want to be able to be vocal about this as well. So I wanted to pick up this book, and also, I mean, this cover though, like, come on. So, about this book, it follows Nishat. She is from Bangladesh, her and her family. Her mom and dad, Abu and Amu, and her little sister, Preeti. They immigrated from Bangladesh to Ireland, and there comes with some issues with that. So because they are not the majority, they have to, you know, band together with a few people from Bangladesh within that community. So what happens is, already in the book, we are hit with the truth already. So Nishat goes to her parents and she's like, hey, mom and dad had this announcement. And they're like, what's going on? She's like, I like women. They're like, that's cool, whatever, what do you mean? And they kind of don't realize what she means, because what happens is there's actually a wedding going on that they're attending in the beginning of the book. Like I said, because, you know, like, communities have to band together, because, you know, they're not the majority. They're basically like, you're part of a family that's not really blood related, but like still a family, makes sense. So they go to like Sunny, and I forgot the husband's, the groom's name and everything. So they go to her wedding, and they're like, oh yeah, whatever, you just get ready for the wedding. She's like, no, like I like women, I'm attracted to them. And they're like, oh, okay. And so They're like, oh, wow. So they're pretty speechless. And so she's kind of like, okay, you know, that's kind of, when you don't get like a full reaction, you're kind of scared because you're just like, so what was that? Like, I need some more supporting details, some words, please. So, at first it doesn't go so well between her and her parents. After Sunny got married, they had Sunny, well, actually before that. First off, her mom and her dad came to her and was like, they basically made her feel like she's a disgrace to the family. They were like, you have to think about all the things that we have to go through as a family. Like, do you know what you and your dad, like what your dad and I have to go through? You know, people are gonna talk about us and stuff. And she's like, what that gotta do with me? Like, you know how hurtful it is to go to your child and be like, because of you, I have to deal with a lot of backlash. Why would you do that to me? It's like, I chose this. This is how I'm going to identify as. I would hope you would support me in this. Not feel like I'm a disease. Like, it's a problem. Like, this is me. Like, what? I am me. Me is me. Like, I don't understand. And so then after that, they have Sunny come to the house. Mind you, she deals with a whole lot of school. We're going to get to that as well. Sunny comes to the house and basically is like, Nisha, as a Bengali girl, we don't do that. We don't identify as that. You know, you saw me, I got married to a man. Like, I don't understand. Like, it seemed like you were happy for me. And I, in the back of my mind, she's like, I was happy for you, but I was actually, happy that I saw this girl who was like really, really cute at the wedding. Not you. Like, you were pretty, but like, I wasn't thinking about you, to be honest with you. And she's like, and just imagine you having somebody come in your room telling you how you should live your life. Leave, go.
Get out right now. It's the end of you and me.
She's like, you need to leave. And honestly, I don't feel bad. I ain't mad at her. Because I would have told her the same thing. Like, I need you to get out of my peaceful abode. The only thing peaceful within this house that I have. And you're making it not peaceful. So, I need you to go. So, at the second time all this is going on, the girl she likes, her name is Flavia. She meets her at the wedding. She is Brazilian. There's some issues with her. So she happens to be related, she's a cousin of China Quinn. Miss China has some issues. She feels as if a culture is a trend. She feels as if she can pick on anybody. She feels as if that whatever she says goes. Her voice, whatever, it's golden. Like, she's the golden rule. Like, she's like the epitome of everything. She's like, whatever I say is whatever it is. That's not how it works, darling. Like, that's no. So there's also some issues with that. So, she had an issue with her back in middle school and everything. She made her feel really bad. She started a rumor about her, talking about like the cuisine, because her dad owns a restaurant and sells like Bangladesh, cuisine and stuff like that. And she's like, oh well, she started like a whole rumor talking about like the food costs gas and everything, and almost made her father lose business. And it's like, what? How evil can you be at such a young age? Like, that takes a lot of effort. I don't know how you sleep at night. So she deals with that, and also she's in this business class, and Flavia has to be in there, and she was already like, oh my god, the person I like is at my school and in the business class. Like, come on, I can't get a break. Like, oh my goodness. Because she's like feeling all jittery. She's like, oh my goodness, she gives me butterflies. Like, oh my god. So then Flavia starts to show herself just a little bit. And so they have this business class, like I said, and the big project is basically they have to create this business, and they have a showcase about it and everything. So Nisha did henna for her and Preeti, and she was like, oh my god, I should do henna. And her other friends, Jess and Shaywan, she tells them about it, and they're like kind of on board, but Jess is kind of like, I don't know about henna. Is it gonna make money? And Nisha is like, yes girl, like, come on, it's gonna make money and everything. And Flavia decides to do the same thing, and so Nisha's a little confused, and she's like, why are you doing that? Why are you choosing that? And mind you, when she finds out when she really confronts her about it, she actually goes to this party that Preeti was invited to. It happened to be hosted by China, and her and Flavia actually exchanged a little kiss. So she's like, oh my god, oh my god. And then you know, Flavia makes her upset, makes Nisha upset again, and she confronts her about it. And she's like, why are you thinking this is okay? Like, henna is a part of my culture. This is who I am. You're thinking this is something like art. And she's like calling it art. And it might be a form of art. However, you cannot use the same rules of art when it's talking about culture. Like, then you're dipping into culture appropriation. Like, yes, henna is definitely beautiful, but it would be wrong of me that I have no tie to the culture whatsoever if I decide to get henna for my wedding. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, oh, it's like a nice accessory. Henna's not an accessory. There's a meaning to it. I don't know about it. I'll definitely research it. But that is wrong of me to do that because I have no association. So that's what Nisha was trying to get Flavia to understand. Flavia's like, I don't see the problem. And she eventually sees the issue with it. But that really ticks Nisha off. Really ticks her off. And everything. On top of that, everybody just wants to come, just wants to just try to break this child down. You know, on top of that, at one of the showcases, her booth was messed up. Somebody trashed all her things, like messed up her henna tubes, everything. China decides to throw a holy party. Now, mind you, holy is something connected to a culture. The fact that you're thinking it's of just a regular paint party, we're not even gonna get started on that. And then also it turns out to be Preeti's, you know, best friend sends out a mass text announcing Nishat's choice for sexuality. And it's like, you shouldn't be bashed for that. You shouldn't be looked down upon. And honestly, the way Nisha is courageous and she's brave, she just takes everything. First of all, nobody that age, or just anyone for that matter, but especially young at that age, should be going through anything like that. That is ridiculous. It is. There was like no mention of therapy, but I really hope the character got therapy, because like if it was me, I would need straight therapy after that. Like, it was ridiculous. But I absolutely love this book, because if I keep going, I'm gonna give you too many details. And honestly, read the book, go buy it. Like, go buy the book to get more about it. But I absolutely love this book, and even if you don't identify it like me, it's still good to read about it, because you should broaden your spectrum. You need to, you know, read stories from different types of authors, from different viewpoints and stuff like that, from different cultures as well. And Adiba, you did a wonderful, absolutely beautiful job with this book. I absolutely adored it. I read it in 2 days, and guess what? I'm probably gonna read it again. I'm not even joking. Like, I really, really enjoyed this book. I loved all the themes that were brought, that were, you know, explained in this book, especially, you know, Bangladesh culture. You know, like I said, I don't know how it is in that culture, but just reading this, I can see some similarities, you know, within the African American culture as well, because it's not something that is accepted. And even me being a Christian as well, like, obviously, you know, it's not something that, you know, that is not like allowed, quote unquote, you know, and everything. But I'm not gonna bash someone for that. I'm not gonna be like, go to hell. Like, no, that's rude. Don't do that. It's not your job. Like, you're not God. You do, no, stop. So I'm not gonna do that to somebody. So that's why I'm definitely an advocate for the LGTBQ rights. Nobody should be persecuted against because you're like that. Nobody, no. Guys, don't get me started. But please, please, please buy this book. You can go on bookshop.org. I put out a list, like I said, of Black bookstores in my last video, and you can go on there and they might have it as well. So please, please, please buy this book. Support this author. She is amazing, and I can't wait for her next book. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you all at the next video.
Look, hands up, hands up, hands up. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. Can't you see I got my hands up? Hands up, hands up. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot.